Hi class, so in this video I'm going to introduce another looping structure that we have access to in Java. The other one that we've used so far is the for loop, and I probably need to revisit that in a different video just to kind of, I've got some misconceptions, or maybe I need to talk to you in class about them. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce this new structure called the while loop. And to do that, I'm going to use the last demo program we were talking about, the mystery words. Let me open this up. If you remember, in mystery words, what we were doing was I introduced this idea of how I was talking about how we compare two strings, right? And the end of this video was basically, hey, if you want to compare two strings, we use the dot equals method. So it's a string dot equals, and then you give it another string. If these strings have the exact same characters, this will become true, and then you would say you win. Otherwise, it says try again. The problem with that is the computer immediately stops and it doesn't let you try again. So that's what we're going to fix here. So we're going to fix that by introducing this new structure called a while loop. So right here I'm just going to type W-H-I-L-E, and I'm going to leave a space here because a while loop is going to need a Boolean, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So I'm going to encapsulate everything in this if-else statement. Ooh, let's see. Actually, I need to encapsulate everything, including the guess part. So actually, I need to back up a little bit more. Let's put the while statement right here. Whoops. I didn't mean to delete that. Get back up there. Right here. So here's where I'm going to type W-H-I-L-E. And then a room for a Boolean. We'll add that in just a moment. Open brace, and then down here we're going to come down a line and we're going to close the brace. One of the things I've realized that BlueJ does that's really super nice is if you come in here and you say edit and do auto layout, this is terrible white space right now because all of these things now are inside of the while loop, and all of these should be tabbed over to reflect that. If I said edit auto layout, it fixed it perfectly. Look at this. So now you can see in this program I create my scanner class, I go into the class called mystery word, go into the main method, I create my scanner, and I tell the computer the mystery word is wolf. Now I'm going to go through this while loop. I'm going to do some things, right? Again and again and again. It's a looping structure. And I'm going to continue to do this because, you know, I'm forever the optimist. I'm going to continue to do this as long as they keep getting it wrong. But as soon as they get it right, I'm going to say, okay, you can stop guessing now because you got it right. So here's the thing about a while loop. It needs a Boolean to tell it whether or not it keeps going, right? And you got to be careful because if you set up a while loop where you don't change the Boolean so that it knows it can stop now, it'll never know when it can stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a Boolean before I get into the while loop, Boolean, and I'm going to call this play. And I'm going to set it equal to true. Because that kind of, I need to spell true, right? T-R-U-E. So that kind of makes sense, right? Because here's the deal. I've got this Boolean, and while I'm supposed to play, right? While play is true, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to continue to go until play is no longer true. Now, why would I stop? I would stop for, well, in the event that they got it right. So right here is probably an important thing to do, right? And I'm going to do this now. Inside of here, I'm just going to say, hey, look. Right here, play will equal false. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, look, I set play to true, I enter this while loop. I will continue to do this while loop forever as long as play is true. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Even if I get it right, I would keep going. I added this line right here in the if part, if I get it right, to say, hey, play is false, you're done, you got the word right. So basically what happens now is, hey, if you guess it correctly, play will be set to false, and then the program will terminate. If you didn't guess correctly, it'll say system.out.println, try again. And in fact, I'm going to actually do another, I want to do another print line right here as well. Just so there's a little bit of space. I'm just going to print an empty string also. Okay, so I think we're ready to give this a try now, and we'll look at the big structure. So while a Boolean, Okay, do things. So that's the big structure. While a Boolean do stuff. Inside of here, what's my do stuff? Well, my do stuff is prompt for the word, right? Read the word, and then compare the word with the mystery word. If it's right, print you win, and then stop the game. If it's wrong, be the ever optimist and say try again, and just keep trying again until you finally get it right. So let's take a look at this and see if it behaves as we think it should. Oh, Boolean. So it would help if I spelled Boolean correctly. Compile. All right, there we go. So Boolean, Boolean. Now I'm ready to run this thing. And it says, guess the mystery word. So I'm going to guess cub. Try again. Guess the mystery word. Okay, I'll say hello. Try again. Guess a mystery word. Hornet. Try again. Guess a mystery word. So you get the idea, right? As long as I'm wrong, dog. Try again. Guess a mystery word. Okay. Well, you know what? I know what the mystery word is, right? How about this? W-O-L-F. Check that out. I got a capital W and a capital L. Try again. Guess a mystery word. Okay. How about this? W-O-L-F. All lowercase. You win. And then check it out. All of a sudden, right? It stopped running. It's done. So the insanity is over. Now, there's more we could add to this little game. It's a good start, and probably I'm going to pick this up in another program. But let's go ahead and finish up here with our summary for this lesson. So in conclusion, what we've introduced is this new structure we call the while loop. The while loop always requires an argument, a Boolean. There has to be a Boolean in here. So for example, I could say Boolean, I'll call it go equals true. So as long as go is true, it will continue to loop through this code. It'll just do it again and again and again forever, right? Until go is no longer true, which highlights kind of an important thing to consider about when using or choosing the while loop, right? You have to have some line of code in here somewhere, right, that will basically come along and it will set go to false. If you don't have a moment where go is somehow triggered to become false, right, and it could be F-A-L-S-E. It could be like an if statement or some set of conditions are triggered such that you say, okay, let's stop now. If this isn't in here somewhere in your code, it will just keep looping infinitely. And this will become a big infinite loop that will never stop. And obviously we can kill it in other ways. But if there wasn't any way to stop it, your computer would then be toast because it would forever be stuck in this while loop. Anyways, that's the while loop. And I hope you enjoyed it and that you consider using it soon.